Okay, I definitely had to edit that out. What you missed is I found out that the weird noise I was hearing was my computer fan, and I needed to clean it, apparently. That's done now. The noise was literally driving me insane, though. Alright, let's study with Yukari and Fuka. It's almost time for exams. Have you been studying? We were just about to start studying together. Do you want to join us? It's okay with you, right, Fuka?
Uh-huh.
Of course. Will you study with us? Let's study together.
Yeah.
Great, let's get started.
Fuka, your notes look so trendy. I kinda wasn't expecting that.
Oh no, these are Natsuki-chan's notes. She let me borrow them since I was out trapped in Tartarus.
What a good friend. I'm impressed she kept up this friendship thing.
She sure is. That said, there's actually quite a bit missing from these notes.
Yeah, she doesn't really strike me as the smartest person.
Oh, you're right. This part just has the equation and no answer, and this page is full of doodles.
She tried.
And this part, is that a drool stain?
I think it's best we not ask.
Hey, it may not be the best study material, but it's the thought that counts, right?
I've been trying to think of a way to return the favor.
You literally saved her life. I don't think you need to repay the favor. Fill in the blanks.
Huh? Oh, are you saying I should fill in any part she missed in her notes before giving them back? That sounds like a great idea. But it's going to be a lot of material. I wonder if I can finish it all.
Then we'll help you out. It'll be a good review for us, too.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, you two.
Here, let me see those notes.
Oh, yeah.
We began to fill in Natsuki's notes. We nearly rewrote the entire thing. It really did make for a good review. Dang it.
All done. It looks wonderful.
Natsuki-chan's in for a real surprise when she sees this.
I hope she likes it.
I'm sure she will. I couldn't have done it without your help. Thanks, you two.
Well, it certainly helped us study too, right?
I'll make sure to give Natsuki-chan the notes back tomorrow. Good night.
Hey,
Hi. So exams are coming up pretty soon. Have you been studying? Yep. Oh yeah? Well, not that it's any of my business. Yukari literally asked you to study with us last night, and you said no.
fine, Sengoku.
Did you think because you said no, I would say no? Here we go. Finally, we've reached Taira no Masakado. He's the turning point of the era of the samurai. It all began with infighting among the Taira clan. Their conflict escalated until the Imperial Court had to intervene. Masakado was pursued by the Imperial Court, so he had no choice but to openly oppose them. The result was known as the War of Masakado.
And so,
Odinson, you may not look like a samurai, but let's see if you know this one anyway. There's a theory that Taira no Masakado thought up the prototype for an item essential to battle. Now, what do you think that item was? It's something every samurai needs. The katana? It's only a rifle if you're playing Ronin. I don't know. The katana? What are these questions? It is the katana. These are definitely not things we learn in America.
yes, exactly.
Or at least not at my school. I guess I shouldn't assume all schools teach the same thing. Yep, the katana. Think of samurai and their swords are the first. Think of samurai. Oh, okay. And their swords are the first thing that come to mind. I feel like there should be a comma after samurai. Although it's not known whether Masakado really came up with them. I would probably say it was not him. I highly doubt he was a blacksmith, so he wouldn't know anything about balancing a blade. I mean, maybe he was a blacksmith. Who knows? We're never going to know. This is going to be on the exam next week, so prepare well. Let's skip forward a little to the Kamakura era. At last, I can feel them on their way. The samurai are almost here. In 1185, the Kamakura shogunate was established. Yes, we are here. And of course, its founder was Minamoto no Yoritomo. I can't believe we finally made it. I answered correctly. I'm so charming. Not to Junpei, but I am in fact charming. Oh, hi, Yukari. Yo, it's my birthday in the game. It's a message from Sonata. Ikutsuki-san is coming tonight. Sounds like he has something to tell us. We'll meet on the 4th floor once we're all back. Okay, I was gonna say, don't you dare take away my afternoon. Sail. No. No. Moon Boy. The child. I think I want to get rid of... Moon Boy is available like literally every day. Do I have... I don't have Hanged with me. So let's just hang out with Moon Boy. He's definitely available on more days, so it'd probably be smarter to hang out with the small child. But here we are. Do you want to get something to eat? I can hear my poor stomach crying woefully. Sure.
Yes.
Wonderful, my gourmet friend. I knew I could count on you. And today's main course is seafood soup, and I know just the place for it. The restaurant is filled with the familiar smell of fish, again.
7, 8, 9. Shoot, I'm coming up short on my counts. I have to find one more new person. Damn it all! Why doesn't anyone take me seriously? I'm not gonna lose to my brother again. I'll show him. I'll show them all!
Your counts on what?
What? What's going on?
So Mitsu ran to the restroom.
It's over. The baby came out good and healthy.
Can I just say I hate this social link?
to laugh at the Gourmet King's dumb jokes.
I'm not paid for that.
I don't get it. I was fine up until a minute ago, then suddenly I felt sick.
Are you sick?
What do you mean? Look at all the nutrition I'm taking in. I'm the paragon of health. Well, except for this gut.
I don't think you quite understand what health is.
Hey, don't you worry about me. This is a trial I have to face before I'm reborn anyway. If I want my place in paradise after this world ends, I have to prove my worth.
The world is
It'd mean a lot to
ending?
me if you considered, coming to paradise with me too.
Are you trying to convince me to join your cult? So Mitsuru seems comfortable having me as a friend. I feel like our relationship is stronger.
Ah, the noodles got soggy while my stomach was giving me trouble. You'll have to wait till next time to hear about paradise. But for now, let's just focus on our ramen. Ooh, sir, can I get some rice and dry seaweed? I'll salvage this ramen by turning it into a rice soup.
I don't want to know about your cult, my guy.
And that's the summary of what happened on the night of the 7th. These shadows seem to be quite a bit more formidable than the ordinary ones.
I see. So our enemies are growing stronger as well. Well, it's not all bad news. In fact, I called today's meeting because...
Hold on. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Kirijo-senpai something.
Oh no.
Oh?
I know I'm not the only one thinking this. So much has been happening lately. I feel like I've just been getting dragged along without really understanding anything. But now, I want answers. So I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, Senpai? You're always acting like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. But they're connected to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
What accident?
Yukari-chan?
There was an explosion near our school and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
Yes.
Luckily, no students were injured. But something is off here. At the time of the incident, there were several unexplained absences. Seems like more than just a coincidence to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I dug up some old school records and found something interesting. Those students weren't just absent. They all suddenly collapsed and had to be sent to the hospital. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Remember those girls who bullied Fuka? They had to be hospitalized too. I want an explanation. What really happened on the day of that accident? The Kirijo group built our school, so you have to know something. Tell me the truth.
What if she doesn't? This is all crazy nonsense that we're living through. What are you gonna do if Mitsuru really doesn't know anything?
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, it just never seemed relevant. But
It's okay. It's not your fault.
all right, I'll tell you everything. Shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies, but what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They could be a source of unimaginable power, couldn't they?
Leave it to human greed.
What?
14 years ago, one man pursued that very line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo, my grandfather. My grandfather was obsessed with the shadows.
Oops.
He wanted to harness their power to create something extraordinary.
Create something extraordinary?
To that end, he assembled a research team and had them amass a number of shadows.
He was collecting them? Damn, that's freaking crazy.
But 10 years ago, during the final stages of the project, there was an accident, and the experiment failed. They lost control of the Shadow's power, altering the nature of the entire world.
You can't mean...
Yes, Tartarus and the Dark Hour. According to the records, the accumulated mass of shadows split into several large ones that later dispersed. These are the shadows we've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why it's difficult to predict where they'll appear.
Wait a minute.
They just kind of got flung wherever.
If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into Tartarus? Don't tell me. Is it because that's where they conducted the experiment?
Yes.
Then those students who were hospitalized...
It's just as you fear. It was a highly populated area, and the Kirijo group had influence there. They could essentially do as they pleased. Ford Island must have been the perfect location for them. So yes, as you guessed, the experiment 10 years ago was conducted at Gekkokan High School.
Just what are you trying to say here?
I mean, she said it though.
So that's the whole purpose behind C's? We were dragged into all this just to clean up their mess?
You weren't dragged. No one's forcing you to be here. There's the door. You can leave, Yukari.
You lied to us?
If anything, it's an omission of information I don't know that you needed. Do you think Mitsuru is comfortable going up to us and being like, hey, by the way, my grandfather, kind of a psychopath. He collected the shadows. They exploded. Now we have the Dark Hour and they're like hunting humans. Whoopsie, our bad. She had no control over that. She was, what, 6? 7? I don't know how old she is. She had no control over that. Do you think she wants to brag about her family being responsible for this mess? No. She doesn't know you that well, Yukari. What is she going to lead that conversation with?
And you knew too, didn't you, Sonata-senpai? You've both just been using us! Or do you not care as long as you're the one who gets to do the fighting?
I never said anything like that. I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like, but it was my decision not to share the information.
It's her right not to share that with you, Yukari. That's not your business. Are you gonna share all of your dirty laundry with us? Do tell.
I'm sorry. It was never my intent to deceive you.
I don't feel deceived. Yukari is just...
Convincing you to join C's was my highest priority. I know it may not be fair, but shadows can only be defeated by persona users. We are the only ones who can fight.
That's hardly the point!
I mean, it is, though.
I never had a choice either. It didn't matter if I wanted this power or not.
Mitsuru, that's enough.
Takeba-kun, it's only those in the past who are to blame, and they lost their lives as a result of what they did. We're all in the same boat here. None of us deserve the burden that's been thrust upon us.
But that's...
It's been 10 years since the incident in question. No one knows why those shadows suddenly returned.
Thankfully, the adult here is of sound mind and not dumb.
But now that they're here, we have the chance to find and destroy them. Do you realize what that means? What if I told you that the 12 shadows are the cause of everything?
You're saying if we defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
Exactly. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See? It's good news, isn't it?
Can that really be true?
There's evidence to support it. And this is where our true battle begins.
Our true battle.
If Tartarus and the Dark Hour didn't exist until after the explosion, how were they collecting shadows? Where were the shadows coming from?
Regardless of what's happened in the past, we must fight to protect the people. The shadows are gaining strength. We can't afford to wait for them to strike first.
Right.
And there are still many mysteries surrounding Tartarus. For instance, why did such a gigantic structure appear in the first place? The answers must be out there somewhere.
We must defeat the 12 shadows that started all of this. In order to eradicate both the Dark Hour and Tartarus, I must fight to protect everyone. 6 of them remain. Alright, can I use the fridge? There's a bit of space. Okay. Tanaka wants to meet. Sure, let's go meet with Tanaka.
Oh, it's you!
I believe you're at the peak of adolescence, correct? Then what I have to say might prove very interesting. And naturally, it's free of charge. Okay. Caught your attention, did I? Well, you better listen carefully then.
Today's lesson is called The Smaller the Dog, the Louder the Bark. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see through people's bathing suits at the beach?
No. I don't know what Tanaka wants me to say. What is this? This is devil. Sure have, buddy.
My, I don't think I've ever seen you this enthusiastic.
Sure.
Consumers might be persuaded by such candor. We could position you as the boy next door.
Wait, hold on. What is this, is it the same question when you play through this game as a girl? Like when you play, I think it's Persona 3 FES. If you play through this as a girl, is this the same? Other than the boy next door,
Our
girl
company
next door
ran
instead.
an ad in adult magazines proposing a special filter for digital cameras. Simply attach it to your camera and voila! Start peeping! Undress them with your camera's eye, it says. It's been selling like hotcakes. In fact, it's our #1 seller. Unfortunately, customers have been complaining that it doesn't work.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I told my staff to just ignore them. Nowhere does it guarantee that you'll be able to see anything. What are they gonna do? Tell everyone their creepy plan didn't work out? Sorry, bucko. By the way, try to cut back on the donuts and cupcakes, huh? I have an idea for an ad campaign. Women would go crazy over a handsome young man in swim trunks. You'd be perfect for the job.
Great. He's only rank 4. We have to sit through 6
Have you been
more
keeping
ranks
your
of
promise?
this.
You didn't tell anyone, did you?
Are you gonna
If
ask me
go
that
back
every
on your
time?
word, I'll edit your face into the most obscene material I can find.
That's dedication.